The rise of electric vehicles. Electric vehicles, EVs, and sustainable energy are two major trends that are changing the way we think about transportation and power generation. As concern about climate change and air pollution continues to grow, many people are looking for ways to reduce their carbon footprint and move away from fossil fuels. Electric vehicles and sustainable energy provide a way to do this, by allowing us to power our vehicles with clean, renewable energy. Cost reduction. As the renewable energy production increases and the technology improves, the cost of renewable energy will decrease and make it more accessible for consumers, which can make electric cars more affordable for more people. Improving charging infrastructure. With the growth of electric cars and the increasing production of renewable energy, the charging infrastructure will improve, which will make it more convenient for people to charge their electric cars. EVs are powered by batteries that are charged by plugging them into an electric power source. Unlike traditional gasoline-powered cars, EVs produce zero emissions and are much more energy efficient. They are also much cheaper to operate, with lower fuel costs and less maintenance. Sustainable energy, on the other hand, refers to energy that is generated from sources that are replenished naturally, such as solar, wind, and water. These sources of energy are considered sustainable because they do not deplete finite resources and do not produce harmful emissions. The combination of EVs and sustainable energy is a perfect match. EVs provide a way to reduce emissions from transportation, while sustainable energy provides a way to power them cleanly. This makes it possible to have a transportation system that is both environmentally friendly and economically viable. The growth of EV adoption is increasing. Many countries are planning to phase out gasoline and diesel vehicles by a certain date. How does phasing out gasoline and diesel vehicles help the economy? Phasing out gasoline and diesel vehicles could potentially have a positive impact on the economy in several ways. Job creation. The shift towards electric vehicles would create jobs in the manufacturing, sales, and maintenance of electric vehicles and related infrastructure such as charging stations. Reduced dependence on oil. Phasing out gasoline and diesel vehicles would reduce the country's dependence on foreign oil, which would benefit the economy by reducing the trade deficit and increasing energy security. Cost savings. Electric vehicles are generally cheaper to operate and maintain than gasoline or diesel vehicles, which would lower costs for consumers and businesses. Environmental benefits. Phasing out gasoline and diesel vehicles would reduce emissions and pollution, which would improve public health and the environment. This could lead to cost savings on healthcare and improve the overall quality of life. Increased competitiveness. With the growing trend of electric vehicles and the increasing pressure for countries to reduce emissions, companies and countries that invest in electric vehicle technology will be better positioned to compete in the global market. Overall, phasing out gasoline and diesel vehicles could lead to economic growth, improved energy security, and environmental benefits. Furthermore, governments, private companies, and individuals are investing in solar, wind, and other renewable energy sources to reduce dependence on fossil fuels. The EV market is predicted to grow exponentially in the next decade, and with the increasing of renewable energy production, the cost of EVs will decrease while the charging infrastructure will improve. Another important quality is electric cars have the capability to be self-driven, also known as autonomous or fully autonomous vehicles. This technology is currently being developed and tested by many major car manufacturers and technology companies. Self-driving electric cars have the potential to improve safety, reduce traffic congestion, and increase energy efficiency. However, it is important to note that full autonomy is a complex task and still under development, as well as facing legal and regulatory issues. It is expected that in the short term, we will see increasing levels of autonomy, starting with advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, that can help drivers with things like steering, braking and acceleration, and eventually leading to fully autonomous vehicles. However, it is important to note that advanced driver assistance systems, ADAS, can be vulnerable to hacking, just like any other computer system. These systems rely on a combination of sensors, cameras, and software to operate, and if any of these components are compromised, the system could be hacked. This could lead to a range of problems, from false information being displayed on the dashboard to the ADAS system being remotely controlled by an attacker. There have been a few reported cases of ADAS systems being hacked, such as researchers successfully hacking into a Tesla Model S and gaining control of certain functions such as the windshield wipers and door locks. However, these cases are considered isolated incidents and are not yet a widespread problem. To prevent ADAS systems from being hacked, car manufacturers and technology companies are taking a number of measures such as encryption. Data transmitted between the car and the ADAS system is encrypted to protect it from being intercepted and read by unauthorized parties. Secure communication protocols. ADAS systems use secure communication protocols to ensure that only authorized parties can communicate with the system. Firewalls and intrusion detection systems. Firewalls and intrusion detection systems are used to block unauthorized access to the ADAS system and detect any attempts to hack into it. Secure software development. Car manufacturers and technology companies are implementing secure software development methodologies and best practices to ensure that the software used in ADAS systems is free from vulnerabilities. Over-the-air updates. ADAS systems are designed to receive over-the-air updates, which allows manufacturers to remotely fix any discovered vulnerabilities in the system. Penetration testing. Some manufacturers are conducting penetration testing to identify and fix vulnerabilities before the vehicles are released to the market. Compliance with standards. Car manufacturers are ensuring that their ADAS systems comply with international standards such as ISO 21434-2019 road vehicles, cybersecurity engineering and ISO, say 21434-2019 road vehicles, cybersecurity engineering. This helps to establish a common framework for cybersecurity in road vehicles. Industry collaboration. Car manufacturers and technology companies are collaborating with other industry stakeholders, such as governments and cybersecurity experts, to share information and best practices for securing ADAS systems. It's worth to note that the security of ADAS systems is a continuous effort. As the technology and the threats evolve, the measures to protect them also should adapt accordingly. Additionally, as the technologies and standards continue to evolve, the car manufacturers are also implementing over-the-air updates, which allows them to fix any discovered vulnerabilities remotely, without the need of the vehicle to be brought to the dealership. It's worth to note that as the technology evolves and autonomous features become more prevalent in vehicles, the security of these systems will become even more important to protect the safety of the passengers and other road users. In conclusion, electric vehicles and sustainable energy are important trends that are helping to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and improve the environment. As the technology continues to improve and costs continue to decrease, it is likely that we will see more and more people switching to EVs and sustainable energy.